On June 3, 2026, Governor Jared Polis signed House Bill 261194, Sunset Combative Sports Office and Commission, into law, which continued the program until 2037. This bill implemented the recommendations of the Commission's 2025 Sunset Report and have since been officially codified in rule. Some of the changes prompted by the law are overarching in nature, such as a name change from the Colorado Professional Boxing Safety Act to the Colorado Combative Sports Safety Act, or a directive to the director of the Colorado Office of Combative Sports to gather safety data to provide the Commission. Other changes are procedural, granting 2 physician members of the Commission the power to vote with the other members, and clarifying that they must have experience or training in emergency sports or combative sports medicine is one such example. Adding discipline for a licensee or applicant for a license for failure to respond in a timely manner to a letter from the Division of Professions and Occupations regarding a complaint against them is another. But for licensees within the program, the new law and affiliated rules are more numerous, nuanced, and varied in nature. This video will take you through many of those changes. Matchmakers and managers currently face new restrictions in roles based on the Sunset Review and federal law. Both are prohibited from having a financial interest in the management of a participant, and additionally, managers are barred from having a financial interest in the promotion of a participant, being employed by a promoter or matchmaker, or receiving compensation from a promoter or a matchmaker beyond the amount received as compensation pursuant to the manager's contract with the participant. Several combative sports disciplines now have definitions. Bare knuckle is any physical contact in which participants strike with a closed fist with the use of padded gloves. Jiu-jitsu is any grappling-based martial art focused on positional control, throws, takedowns, joint locks, and submission techniques, where the primary objective is to gain dominant position and compel a participant to submit through legal techniques rather than striking. Kickboxing is any physical bout between 2 individuals striking with the hand, knee, and any part of the leg including the feet to outscore, knock out, or otherwise disable an opponent into submission. Additionally, competition areas are now defined as all fenced enclosures, walkout pathways, and staging areas designated for participants, medical exam, warm-up areas, and all restricted areas utilized in connection with a sanctioned event. The rules around preparing for competition have been modified in some areas as well. All participants are required to be 18 years of age, as a variance for director approval was removed from rule. The director also no longer has the option to approve professional boxing matches of more than 6 rounds for fighters with fewer than 10 professional bouts. The director does now require sanctioning organizations to obtain a permit rather than it being optional, and can outline what is required for approval of a new director-approved sanctioning organization, including who bears the burden. All participants must obtain a license rather than just professionals. Weigh-ins must be conducted at a time and place approved by the director, and only professional participants are allotted an additional hour to make weight with an approved physician on site. All participants are required to submit to a secondary weigh-in at any time prior to a bout. Professional participants who miss weight will mandatorily forfeit 30% of their purse and any associated bonuses. Elimination bouts will be canceled when fighters miss weight by more than a pound. Weight allowances are now restricted in boxing and Muay Thai to only professionals within those disciplines. Other pre-fight rules that have changed include placing a limit on the number of corners for both professional and elimination bouts, establishing minimum security levels at events, along with security personnel positioning, requiring promoters to pay all associated federal database fees for current or past events, to have 2 licensed physicians present at any event with more than 14 bouts, and ensuring the setup of any area designated for VIP or other personnel is outside of the safety zone. Consecutive TKO has been added to KOs for the bout review process. Muay Thai fighters and kickboxing participants are only allowed to remove protective gear after they have 10 fights. Promoters and/or matchmakers must submit verifiable records of those 10 bouts to the director at least 10 days prior to the event. Some changes have been made to the rules within and around the fights themselves. The use of instant replay has been changed to bout-altering sequence from bout-ending sequence and allows a commission official to make the final determination. It also requires promoters to declare their intent to use instant replay prior to an event, not during. The bare-knuckle rule set has been removed while the commission examines safety incidents. All elimination bouts are limited to only 2-minute rounds. For a full set of laws, rules, and policies, please visit dpo.colorado.gov/combative sports. Please direct any questions to Dora_combativesports@state.co.us. Thank you for watching this informational video.